found just sitting next to you.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, my eyes stick out there.
Come on! Oh. Ah.
My name is Amy Katz, and I am 19 years old, and I go to the Academy of Art for Fashion Design. I climb indoors for training at Ironworks, which is in Berkeley. I've been climbing all my life. I've been around it, but I really got into it when I was about 15, just because I moved into an area where they did have a climbing gym, so it was more accessible to me. Because usually it's the kind of a thing where you go outdoors and you climb like on the weekends when you have free time. I grew up doing rope climbing initially, which is when you tie into a harness and you like have an anchor and you climb up. And then there's bouldering, which is where you don't use a harness or a rope, but you're only climbing about 10 to 15 feet and then climbing down. For bouldering, all you really need is like a chalk bag and shoes, which is why it's like really popular nowadays. It's getting, like lots of people are getting into it. And so that's like the cheaper way to get started. In bouldering, there's V. So V is just like the standard. It's just what's in front of every letter. And it's like V0 is the easiest. V0, V1, V2, V3, V4, V5. And I think that one goes up to like about V13 or V14 or something. I climb about V4. I can walk up V4s pretty easily. Sometimes I have to work it, which means I try it over and over again and like just try to figure out the sequence or the move. I think definitely the lighter that you are, the better you're gonna climb, because you're pulling up your own weight with your fingers and like your legs. So when I'm climbing hard, like when I'm actually training to get to a harder level, I usually keep my diet really strict. I don't eat too much junk food. Since I've been around it for so long, I think it comes very naturally. Like the techniques and stuff, like the different movement. Lots of people, they struggle with like reading a problem, like knowing where to put their feet, where to put their hands next. And like, because climbing's all about your body position and working with your body and gravity. And it's very natural to me just because I've watched it and I've done it for so long. So it's not really like a fight for me. It's just more having the strength and stuff. It is the biggest stress reliever ever. Like if I'm stressing out over midterms, I just go climb for a couple hours and like it just relaxes you. It gives me peace of mind for sure. It de-stresses my body. And it's pretty much the only thing that will, because I hate exercising. I hate running. I hate doing anything else. And you don't really realize that you're exercising and that you're doing that. It's really enjoyable when you do it. And yet you're working your body out, so it's like a win-win. It's your own personal challenge. Like running, I guess you can have a challenge like to run faster in a certain amount of time or to do it for longer. But for climbing, it's like your own personal, like you go up a grade. And you can always pretty much go up a grade and climb harder and harder and harder. And you're not competing against anybody else. I'm not a very competitive person, so it's nice to just have my own personal goal and want to climb harder for myself and be able to do that and not have to worry about it or anybody else. And everybody supports you, so it's nice. I actually became a fashion design major because I feel that there's a real lack of nice, younger, like hippier climbing wear for females, and even males as well. So I'd really like to go into activewear in fashion. So I'd like to incorporate that, like climbing clothes. It's really personal. It's really personal. It's just time to think. You're thinking about the next move you're gonna make, and you don't really have to worry about anything else when you're doing it. And it's really fun social thing as well, because you can go with your friends, and the climbing community is awesome, and people are really friendly, and it's just a really great atmosphere to be around. And plus it's like, it's a part of my life. I've done it all my life. It's just, I don't know, it's home to me. Like climbing is just, it's my second home. Yeah.